of October, the eye health community uses World Sight Day to promote eye health messages not only to the public but also to decision makers and service providers. Now, the global celebration this year has the theme Love Your Eyes at Work. Love Your Eyes at Work. Well, here at Multimedia Group, we're really delighted to have Fresh Look Eye Center and the team come do a health screening, an eye screening for the members. I'm here to get mine checked, but probably right after this, I'm sure Dr. James Duabusi, who's the co-founder and principal optometrist at Fresh Look Eye Center and the team, would see what I have here, whether I'm seeing well or I'm not seeing well. But he's here. Dr. James Duabusi will say, "Hi, Doc, how are you doing?" Nice. Can you turn up his microphone for me a little bit, okay? Hello? Yeah. Can I be here? Yeah. There you go. Doc, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Can you see me, Doc?
Very well.
If you take off your glasses, will you see me? So I'm so glad to have you, and I need to say thank you on behalf of Multimedia Group. Thank you to you team at Fresh Look Eye Center for giving us that special treat today. Today's World Sight Day. Tell me about the day.
Right. So this year we are celebrating the theme Love Your Eyes at Work. Yes, so we are focusing on certain group of professionals.
Okay.
We are looking at people who work a lot behind the computers. We are looking at brethren who work in the markets. Yes, who sort of do their business outdoors under the heat of the sun and at the mercy of the dust. Yes, and drivers as well, our brothers in the welding industry. So we are looking at all these group of professionals and advising them to really take care of their sight. Because, for instance, when you take the welders, for instance, the arc that they work with, the gas arc, the electric arc that they work with, it gives off a bit of too much of a strong light, and it can really bend the surface or the cornea of their eyes.
That's why they are supposed to be wearing the goggles, right?
Exactly. A lot of them don't. A lot of them, it will amaze you. A lot of them don't do that. Yes, some try to, manufacture their own sort of protective eyewears. Some try to use even black polythene bags to make all sort of things, yes. And so we really want to encourage them to get the best and prescribed glasses and face shield for their work, yes.
For professionals who, like you mentioned earlier, sitting at the desk, staring at the screen from morning to evening, Monday to Friday, this is their lifestyle. Are they at risk of any, health eye issues?
Yes, they are at risk of developing what we call computer vision syndrome. So when you sit behind the PC for, say, the average person will sit behind the PC for about 8 hours a day. Okay, there are certain rules that we would want you to comply with. We call it the 20-20-20 rule. So
20-20-20
rule, yes.
Okay.
So what it means is that after every 20 minutes of sitting behind the computer screen, you just get up for a 20-second break, look away from the screen for a 20-second break by just looking at something that is 20 feet away. Okay. That helps to relax your eyes, and reduce eye strain. Yes, but you see, in practical terms, a lot of people are not able to abide by that rule. So we do advise that if your work is so intense that you cannot afford to be getting up and for those breaks, try and get yourself a protective eyewear. Okay.
A protective eyewear.
Yes.
Okay.
So there are lenses that have coating on it that reduces the amount of light that is entering your eye. So once you wear those lenses, at least you can reduce your chances of developing computer vision syndrome.
And these are lenses that don't have, how do you call that? It's not like they are prescribed glasses.
Okay, yes, they are plano lenses. They are plano.
Plano, that's what you call them.
Yes. So when you wear them, it does not.
Use my own bruffle.
Don't use your bruffle. So when you wear a plano lens, what it is that it doesn't make any difference to your vision.
Okay.
Yes, your vision remains the same. However, the coating on the lenses help to reduce the impact of the light coming from the screen.
Okay.
So yes,
I think that's one of the things that I need. I need to get plano lenses. That's what you call them, eh?
Yes. You see, Lexis, the reason is that when you sit behind the PC, your blink rate reduces. How often you blink, your eye reduces. Sometimes we underestimate the importance of blinking. When you blink, fresh tears come on the surface of the eye to lubricate the eye and make vision comfortable. Okay. So when you don't blink as often as you should, then your eye will get dry. Then you begin to have these burning sensations. It feels as if there are sandy particles in your eyes all the time. Wow. Yes, those are some of the signs that a lot of people who work with the screens complain about. And that's what the computer vision syndrome is all about. Yes.
I didn't know the blink was that important.
Oh, it's very important.
You know, back in JSS, somebody told me that if a girl blinks at you, she likes you. So I thought that was the only importance of blinking. So I remember someday, they say when you blink at somebody, it means that you like them. I met some girl in the school and I blinked like 1,000 times. She don't mind me, sir.
It didn't work.
I see. Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's some good information.
Yes.
Now, if you're listening to us and you have any question about eyesight or your eyes, or you have any issues, send us a WhatsApp message on 055 1111997, or you can actually call us on 0302 216541. If you have any queries, anything you'd want to probably find out from Doctor, he can actually address it. Dr. James Dua BC is the co-founder and principal optometrist at Fresh Look Eye Center. So we're talking about the eye today, since today is World Sight Day. So call us 0302 216541. You probably have been having some issues with your eye. You've been tearing, you've been having a reddened eye or whatever it is, and you want to find out what the problem is. And I asked earlier, really, be honest with me, how is your eyesight? Do you see well? Are you okay? Do you think you have perfect eyes? In fact, Priscilla, I guess, sent me a message earlier and said, Lexis, I thought I had a normal vision till I asked a friend during lectures if he could see the board from where we were sitting. Yeah. And he said yes. I went to the optometrist the next day, and I've been wearing glasses since then. I think there are a lot of people who feel that their eyesights are good, but maybe they have problems, right? Yeah,
yes, that is true. And like our friend is saying there, a lot of people, and sometimes, people get to find out that there are problems with their eyes only when maybe a particle enters the eye, and he has to close one and sort of rub the other. That is when some people realize that, oh, my other eye is not even seen at all.
Right.
So, yes, some people can, by yourself, that's why we advise that at least once a year, get your eyes checked. Because when there's a problem going on in the eye, some of them are asymptomatic. It may not present with any symptoms. Yes, and the earlier you report, the better, because most of it can be stopped at the early stages.
Okay.
So for this one, yes, it's a clear case of a refractive error, and that is why glasses was recommended for her.
Refractive
error. What that simply means is that the way the person sees is not the best. He doesn't have the best visual acuity.
Okay.
And so glasses is recommended to improve upon her vision. That's it.
But do you have an idea what causes it?
The refractive error?
Yeah.
Well, refractive error comes about as a result of an imperfection in the optical system of the eye. So, for instance, if you are looking at an object, okay, there is a film at the back of your eye. Let's remember the old-time camera, the one that had a film.
Yes.
The photographer would take that and then take it to the
he'll go and wash it.
Go and wash it as it may, yes. So the eye functions in a similar way as that camera. So, yes, when you are looking at an object, okay, that object is supposed to fall on that film at the back of your eye. We call the retina.
Okay.
Now, if the object falls on the retina exactly, then your vision will be perfect. You'll be able to see everything clearly. However, if the object does not fall onto the retina, okay, then it will cast some form of a shadow onto the film, and that will present as blurred. So if you employ an unskilled photographer, and it takes a picture, it comes sometimes it's not sharp. Yes, it's a similar thing with the eye.
I get that. Yes, that's interesting. I've got a friend on the line. Hello. The first. How are you doing, mate?
I'm good. Big Selassie.
All right, Selassie, you're welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay, so mine is I'm having a black spot on my eye through a beating from an auntie, as warden. So my question
Oh.
is, will there be any effect as time goes on?
How long ago was this?
Hey, I was 10. I was at
Okay.
10 on
Okay.
a hazard.
Yeah. Usually, when there's a blunt trauma to the eye and it brings about this kind of subconjunctival hemorrhages, we would expect that in a week or two, that blood should be drained back into the eye. But it being there will not cause any problem to his vision at all. Yes. And so there's nothing really to worry about. Just that because of the trauma to the eye, he should try as much as possible to at least have his eyes checked. I don't know his age, but at least once every 2 years, no problem.
Okay,
Fine, yeah.
that's very important. Good day, Lexis. Please ask the doctor. I woke up one morning and it seemed there was a stone in my eye and it hurts, and that's from Abena.
Yeah. So a stone in the eye, or
Stone there, so
a sandy sensation,
Yeah.
or sometimes some people feel as if there's an eyelash on the eye. Yes, Alexis, these are all signs and symptoms of dry eyes. Yes.
dry eyes.
Yes, when your eyes become dry, it sometimes gives this sensation as if there are particles on your eye, and it's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's quite uncomfortable. But there are treatment protocols for that. So she should visit any accredited eye center. Any optometrist can sort that out.
Probably
Yes.
Fresh Look.
Yes.
Fresh
certainly-
Look Eye
certainly,
Center. Maybe a
certainly.
bit later, you give us the details where you guys are located so that folks can come by and get
Sure.
their eyes checked. I mean, the last couple of weeks or probably last month, I read a lot about the outbreak of
Yeah.
the acute hemorrhagic conjunctivitis, which they refer to as Apollo,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But we, the medical professionals,
Yeah.
we have the technical name, right?
Yeah.
Sister, why are you laughing? We medical professionals are, using our jargons. Or you want to say Apollo. But there was an outbreak of Apollo,
right.
and I think it's still around. Are you guys recording numbers?
Oh, yes. We recorded quite a number of it. Yes.
Okay.
And, interestingly, patient 0 for Apollo was found in Ghana in 1969. Did you know that, Lexis?
Yes. Wait, I'll tell you. So it's interesting. My uncle
Yeah.
told me this.
Right.
That was the same year that Apollo traveled to space,
Exactly.
and that's why they named the disease or the infection Apollo.
Yeah.
So that's why. Oh, but it was one in Ghana.
Yes, in 1969.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's that hero?
He's a legend, isn't he?
Wow.
Yeah.
So does it
Yeah.
mean that the disease probably started from here?
Oh, yes.
That's what it
Yes.
means.
Yes, that's what it means.
So what? The person was looking into space to try and see the.
So, yeah. So Apollo is usually is actually caused by a virus.
Okay.
Okay. And it's very contagious. It's very, very contagious. It presents with redness, feeling of foreign body sensation, tearing, and some swelling around the eyelids. Yes. So, and it can be painful. Sometimes when you look down, it feels as if your eyeball is coming out of the socket. That's how painful it can be. Yes, and so, and because it's very contagious, I usually advise my patients that, put in place all the measures you did when we experienced the COVID.
Oh, okay.
So, because Apollo is not, people will tell you when you see somebody who has Apollo, don't look into the person's eyes, otherwise you get Apollo.
Is that a myth?
Yes.
It's a myth?
That's actually a myth.
Wow.
You see, looking into somebody's eyes with Apollo doesn't doesn't make you get Apollo.
They lied to us.
Yes. The virus is found in the droplets in our mouth when we speak and in our sweat and all that. So, if you get your nose marks and you practice hand hygiene, you should be able to reduce the the chances of passing it on. If you're at home with someone who has Apollo, you must as well also try to isolate yourself for a couple of days to see if you also caught the virus. If a child has Apollo, there's no reason why you should send a child to school. Otherwise, the whole class would have to be excused.
Yeah.
Because in a couple of hours, all the children will catch it. Yes. So Apollo is very contagious, but it's self-limiting. That's the good news about it. From anywhere between 4 to 7 days, it should be done.
Okay.
Yes. So even if you don't apply any medication, yes, within 4 to 7 days you'll be fine. But in cases where the pain is a bit too much for you, there are medications that we can give to control that. Yes.
It's one horrible
experience.
I got to be honest with you.
That's true.
I had it before, and bro, I couldn't sleep. Let me see. Lots of messages in here today. Cha from Tema says, Lexis, my kids are always on screens, either on the phone or playing video games. I'm afraid this might affect them in future.
Right.
I also want to ask how much time one should spend on a screen.
Right. So children and screen. Myself, I is something that I have to deal with at home.
I can imagine.
Yes, but then you see, seriously, when children are less than 8 years old, you should really control their screen time. Otherwise, their near vision will develop faster at the expense of their distance vision. So your children will end up being myopic.
Okay.
So they will have difficulty seeing at far. So it may impact their education, their studies, even in school. Because if they are seated, children sometimes how they see, they think that's how everybody sees, and so they don't really know how to report it.
Yeah.
Yes, unless the teacher is careful to observe the child and be able to tell the parent that, look, your child has vision problems. Yes. Otherwise, in those cases, the child may not be able to see well for too long, and that can develop into other issues, as like something we call amblyopia, a lazy eye or something like that. Yes.
Okay.
So it's very important that she controls the screen time, at least an hour a day, maximum 2 hours. That's fine. Some kids can actually stay on the screen for 10 hours if you allow them, and that can be very damaging to their eyes. Yes. And another thing, talking about screens like this, for children, when they go to their room, sometimes it's bedtime. Instead of them to sleep, they will put off the light and stay on the screen for another hour before they sleep. Please, that is very bad for the eye. As much anytime you want to use your screen, you just try to make sure that you use it in a well-lit area. Try not to use it in a dark room. Yes, because that will cause a lot of strain on the eye and bring about unnecessary problems for it. Yes.
All right. These are some really good tips. I'm so grateful that you shared these with us. Dr. James Djosu, co-founder and principal optometrist at Fresh Look Eye Center. For those who want to reach out to you and your team at Fresh Look, tell us about your company and where you are.
Sure. So Fresh Look Eye Center has branches at Adenta, 37, Wager, and Atomic. Yes, at Atomic, you find us inside the Ghana Atomic Energy Hospital. Yes, and we can be reached on 0247 612 654. 0247 612 654. Lexis, interestingly, from now till the ending of the month, spectacles nowadays are expensive, and sometimes people need it, but because of the toll it takes on their budget, Fresh Look understands this, and so from now to the ending of the month, we are offering a 50% discount on all our frames.
Oh, 50% discount?
Yes.
Oh,
on all our frames.
That's
and 50%
cool.
discount on all our consultations. So walk in, you have no excuse to keep using that old spectacle of yours. Yes.
Does the discount affect the pano? What's it then?
The plano lens.
Plano
lens.
Because me, I'm coming for plano.
No, Lexis, we'll sort you out.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
Please, for those who want to get this offer, give us the number again, okay?
0247 612 654. 0247 612 654.
All right. So if you're listening in and you want to get some good eye care, please reach out to the team right now. Dr. James Djosu and his crew will make sure you're sorted so you can see very well. Today is World Sight Day. I want you to see very, very well as well. Let me say thanks a lot to my brother Harrison Odaminyante. And my dear, what's your name again? I've been now. I was laughing at me. Oh. Small blink, I go blink. I was laughing at me. Anyway, so thank you so much.
Right.
Oh, the number again. Somebody's asking the number again.
Number
please.
again,
Yeah.
sure. So the number is 0247 612 654.
All right.
Right.
Dr. James Diabisi is co-founder and principal optometrist at Fresh Look Eye Center. Thank you, Doc.
You're welcome.
And have a good